Today, we're making shrimp toast. This recipe is an homage to one of my favorite restaurants in Seattle, Local Tide, where they're serving up arguably the best and freshest seafood in Seattle. My favorite thing on their menu is their shrimp toast. It's juicy, crispy, and fried to absolute perfection. Alright, chill. Remember to wash your hands. And let me put you onto the secret to the best shrimp toast. It's actually kind of crazy because it's pork fat. The pork fat helps create a juicy and tender paste that is going to give our shrimp toast a really nice bouncy texture. Go ahead and cut these up into small pieces, and you can freeze this ahead of time for about half an hour to make it easier to cut. Then we're gonna throw this into our food processor and turn that into a paste. Then for our shrimp, you can use any size shrimp here, and typically I would suggest the smallest ones because it's going to be blended up anyways, but these jumbo shrimps were on sale, so that's what we're using today. We're gonna start by de-pooping our shrimp, and the easiest way to do that is by taking a toothpick or skewer, stabbing it in between the 4th and 5th abdominal segment right after the dorsal crust, and lifting that doo-doo out of there. It's so simple to do, and honestly, it's a life-changing hack to get these shrimp cleaned up easily. We'll go ahead and peel the rest of our shrimp, and these are going into our food processor too. Then we'll add in 1 egg white, a couple teaspoons of cornstarch, which will also add to the light and bouncy texture we're looking for. I'm gonna chop up some green onions and separate the whites from the greens, and then add in just the white part to our shrimp mixture. We'll season this with a touch of fish sauce, a little bit of sugar, some white pepper, a splash of sesame oil, and I'm not sure what happened to my footage, but I added some garlic powder in here as well. We'll get this blended up until we have a nice looking shrimp paste. And then we're gonna spread this on some white Wonder Bread. Make sure you go crust to crust. And if you like this dish and you want to learn how to make more of your favorite Vietnamese and Asian recipes, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to stay up to date on all my latest posts. We'll sprinkle this with some sesame seeds. Then we'll cut up our shrimp toast into 4s. We'll get some canola oil or vegetable oil into a pan. Heat that up to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna add our shrimp toast shrimp side down first. We'll cook the first side for about 2 minutes, then we'll flip and cook for another minute or until golden brown. Now I did some recipe testing and I wasn't completely satisfied with how this initial batch turned out. For the next batch, I decided to take the crust off. I found that the crust tended to burn a little too quickly before everything else got a chance to cook and turn golden brown. And this made it look less appetizing in my opinion, and it also added a slight acridness that I didn't care for. I also decided to leave out the sesame seeds for the next batch. I only had toasted sesame seeds on hand, and those also burned a little too quickly for my liking. If you have untoasted sesame seeds, I encourage you to keep it, but otherwise go ahead and skip it here. And while you're cooking these, make sure that you're attentive as these cook super quickly and you don't want to over fry them and burn it. But also, if your heat isn't quite high enough, the bread will soak up a little bit too much oil, giving your final product a oilier texture than we want. We're just gonna go ahead and serve these on its own, but you can pair it with a spicy mayo or even chili oil. But either way, this is an absolute treat. It's so easy to put together, it's delicious, and it's a great appetizer if you're entertaining. As always, the full recipe and measurements is on my blog at feedthepudge.com. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy. Mm-hmm.